Hello, Faith Leader, and welcome to Breaktime. Today, Psalm 18:7. The earth trembled and quaked, and the foundations of the mountains shook. They trembled because he was angry. He was talking about God. David was in the midst of prayer, and he knew that God had heard his prayer, and all of a sudden, he senses that God is answering him. Now, we don't think this was an actual earthquake, but something was moving. Something was parting to the place that what David was experiencing is a movement of God, to the place where it actually felt like something was happening. Now, I don't know about you, but in the midst of my circumstances that I need a movement of God, and when God moves, something happens inside of me too. Have you ever experienced that? To a place where something has changed. Something's not going to remain the same because God got involved in it. And as a result of God getting involved in it, something's moving. Something's getting out of the way so God can come in. I sense this is the movement of this passage, that the very foundations of our persecutions are going to crumble. Does that make sense? To the place where now God's got our foundation, and we're not going to fall. When we're standing on God's foundation, we're not going to fall. It may feel like everything around us is crumbling, but when we're standing with the Lord, the foundation is solid. Even though everything around us may be quaking, may be shaking, may be moving, we're not going to fall. Even though what we're experiencing around us may sense something's really happening. Now, what do you need God to do in your life? This passage also challenges me there. Do you need a movement of God? Do you need something to be shaken, so that you're standing in the same place, but something needs to be shaken loose. You feel like you're hitting up against a wall all the time. And ask God to move it. Ask God to shake it to the place where you're in a different place spiritually. Even though the same situation might be staring you in the face, something inside of you is so shaken that you're in a different place because you're in this place with God. And when you're in that place with God, man, it is such a peaceful place, but it's also a place where things are moving and shaking. Because he doesn't keep us in the same place. He doesn't keep us the same people. But he moves things in our life to where we can grow closer into him. That is powerful. Charles Spurgeon actually said this: "How shall puny man be able to face it without God when the very mountains quake with fear? Let not the boaster dream of his false confidence with support him the dread day of wrath." So our confidence, our sure footing, our amazing foundation is not because we have confidence in ourselves or even what's going on around us, but we have confidence in God. Let it be said today, place your confidence where it's not going to be shaken, in him.